Last Year by Robert Charles Wilson. All right, so Robert Charles Wilson is most known for a book he wrote called Spin. I saw it at our library not too long ago and I thought I'd give it a shot. And I showed up at the library and someone had beat me to it and already checked it out. So I was kind of checking out some of the other books that he had there. And our library has a lot of books by him. And this one kind of sounded interesting last year. And Stephen King even mentioned that he's a hell of a storyteller. And me and Steve go way back, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, right when you start this book, I'll read the first little paragraph. It hooks you right away. It says, "Two events made the 1st of September a memorable day for Jesse Cullum. First, he lost a pair of Oakley sunglasses. Second, he saved the life of President Ulysses S. Grant." So, as you can tell, the book has some time travel elements in it. So, right away, the book captures your attention. This this book basically follows this main character, Jesse Cullum, who is from the 1870s. And then you have a group of people that are from kind of our present day. And they've people have figured out how to travel back to specific periods of time through this thing called a mirror, and it's only open for a certain amount of time. It only goes to one time period, so people have come back to this time, the 1870s, and it can only stay open for so long before they move on. And this book, hence the name The Last Year, is kind of this last year that this portal to the past is open. So you have about half the characters that are from the 1870s, and then you have another cast of characters that are from our present day interacting with people from the past. Now, there's a little bit of pop culture reference from the modern day people, but it doesn't get too bad. It's kind of one of my annoying things, or one thing that annoys me in books sometimes, but he didn't overdo it at all. The book, besides this time travel element, it basically reads like a fast paced thriller. And there's some mystery elements. After our character saves the life of the president, he kind of gets a promotion, and all of his bosses and the people he worked for are from the future. And so he kind of helps them unravel some mysteries. You kind of find out about how the mirror happened in the first place. So some pros and cons for this book. Like I said, it's fast paced. It's a very easy read. There's not a ton of characters to keep track of. The time travel element was handled really interesting. There he kind of got rid of the paradoxes that happen in most time travel books when you start really thinking about it. But he handled it in a pretty interesting way, so I like that. The characters were pretty good. You got to root for them a little bit, but it was a pretty short book. It was 350 pages, so there wasn't a lot of time spent on character development, but it wasn't a bad thing in my opinion. Some negatives, though, the really only negative I could say is, you had these people from the past and you had these people from the future, but I thought you should be able to kind of tell just from the way they talk and carry themselves, like who was from the past and who was from the future, but they really all kind of blended together. There was no, you know, jargon thrown out, no way of speaking that could let on that these people were really from the past. And that being said, it probably would have got annoying listening to them talk that way, or half the people talk that way through the book. So might be a good thing. So this is going to be a short review. I don't really have a lot else to say about this book. I had read some pretty deep, heady science fiction books and some other books, and this was just a real refreshing read. I just was burning through chapters. It kind of just kept you going like a good thriller. At the end of every chapter, you kind of wanted to see what was going on. There wasn't a ton of like reveals or twists at the end, but it was just pleasurable, fun read. I definitely like his writing style. I definitely want to read some more of his books. So another thing, the weather here in Montana is starting to get a little nicer, so we got a chance to get outside and do a little bit of reading. So I read part of this book while we were outside enjoying the outdoors. Something I kind of want to promote on the channel in the future. So that's about all I've got for this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.